It is possible for your guests to modify or cancel their reservations online. First, let's just look at what it looks like from the guest perspective, and then we'll go and show how to set this up. So here is a page that your guest would get to after clicking a link. They can either remove selected dates or cancel their entire reservation. If you click remove selected dates, the system prompts the guest to select at least one date in order to remove it. Once they've selected the dates, they can click remove. Are you sure you want to remove the 3 selected dates? Click OK to continue. At this point, the dates are removed from the reservation. The guest is sent an email confirming the change, and the property owner is also sent an email advising that the guest has modified their reservation. If the guest selects all the dates on the reservation and selects remove, automatically the cancel my reservation option is used. Or they can just click cancel my reservation without selecting any dates. Canceling a reservation would then change the status to canceled or whatever status you have set. And again, the guest receives an email advising that their reservation has been canceled, and the property owner also receives that email. Over here we can see an example of the reservation cancellation email. This is the email that goes out to the property owner. We can also see an email that goes to the guest. This can be set up as an email template. And of course, these are for the cancellation emails. The modification email, here's the modification that goes to the property owner automatically, shows the removed dates, and then again the summary of the reservation. And finally, here's an example of the email that goes to the guest. Of course, this is also modifiable in the email templates section. If a guest returns to the link after the reservation's been canceled, we'll just refresh that. You can see then automatically it just comes up that the reservation has been canceled and there's no further options. So here's our reservation that we had set up as confirmed. If we click on it, we can see that now it's been changed to canceled automatically. Just change it back to confirm just for our tests. If we refresh over here, we'll see now we get back to the options for canceling or removing dates. So, how do we set all of this up? First, under Website tab, Reservation Pages, and we click into our page to edit it. There's a section Cancellation and Modification by Guest. Expand that section, and here we can see what the options are. We have the status to change in case the guest cancels, which usually would just be your canceled status. The cancellation modification message, that's the message that appears at the top of the page. That's this message right here. And then there's the message to show after a cancellation or after a modification. So first the message which shows at the top of the page, and the email to send. And then finally the email address which receives our notification of cancellation. You can separate each email using a comma or apostrophe there, or semicolon. Now, just to one more time to show where these message to show. So after a modification, that's our modification message. These are also set up in the website messages section. The emails to send, of course, are sent up in the email templates section. So here, if we remove a date, this message right here is the message that we've set up in the email template, or the website messages section. If we cancel the reservation, the message to show is our cancellation message. And there, right there, is your reservation has been canceled. Now, again, and then save these changes and they'll be set up. But before you do this, of course, you probably would want to set up your messages. Under website messages, you're going to need the cancellation modification message. That's the one that appears at the top, and then the message that appears after either a cancellation or modification. So your reservation's been canceled, and in modification, selected dates have been removed. You can modify those or just use that same text however you like. And under email templates, you would want to set up email templates, so the ones that go to the guest, such as your reservation has been canceled and your reservation has been modified, so that way we can have two separate emails go out depending on the action the guest took. And you might want to include the res details ledger here at the bottom, just in case, so they can get a summary of what the reservation now looks like after the modification. Finally, you also probably want to make it so that the guest knows how to get to this modification or cancellation page. So on our initial reservation request confirmation email, we recommend including the cancellation link merge code. So here we can see if you need to cancel your reservation or remove dates, you can do that online by clicking this link, and then the system will automatically include that cancellation link. So now if we go back to that original reservation that we were using as a test, I'll just quickly show that final step. So here we can see it was the canceled one. We can change that back to confirm, just we're continuing to use this as a test. In the correspondence, if we open thank you for your reservation request, we can see the link that's now included. There it is. We can just take that link, copy it. This is just for the purpose of this video, of course. And then paste it in, and this would be as if they received it in their email, then they click through and they wanted to cancel or remove some dates. So that's the basics of setting up this new cancellation and modification option.